Monday. Are you pulling the covers over your head? Saying, no, no, not Monday. It's also the last full week of July. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So, good morning. I have a microphone on today, and let me know if my sounding much better. One of my viewers, Tony, had told me I need a microphone. So, I got one. Well, I had it, but I didn't use it. So, good morning, everyone. Brand new week. How's everybody today? Are we doing okay? Looks like Kelly's here. I bet you that's Kelly. How's everybody today? Is that Kelly? I don't know. But good morning, whoever you are. I came up the steps here in the front and it was all cloudy. Set up the computer and there you go. We actually have a sunrise. Isn't that what we're supposed to have anyway? Um, just wondering if you can hear me more clearly than usual because I got a microphone. Welcome to Sunrise with Sally. I'm in the United States on the East Coast. Opening my coffee here that the hubs made me. When it's extra hot. Yow. Yesterday for Sunday, we talked about surrender, spiritual surrender, and taking the path of peace and surrender to, excuse me, God's peace and His perfection within each of us. And so, good morning, Braxton. We're doing a Bible reading here this morning. I do this every morning. So, welcome. Okay, let's see. Just waiting for some other people come. Hi, Diane. How are you today? Brand new week, brand new Monday. Thank you for hitting the like button. I really appreciate that. Good morning. I appreciate that. I'm just waiting for a couple. I'm a little bit early today. I usually come on at 6. And so I hope you all have a wonderful week if you're not able to stay the whole time. And yes, it is a pretty Sunday. I was just saying it was very overcast and cloudy. Um, it's sort of much like the beach. When you go to the beach, it's kind of overcast in the morning. As the sun comes up, it gets more beautiful. And that's what it looks like here in Pennsylvania. Over the horizon, those are trees on a hill that's not mountains. Kind of does look like mountains. And I've had some very gorgeous pictures on my sunrise show where it's just bright and orange. You're from Tennessee? Okay. Who do I know from Tennessee? Mrs. Paula does retirement. She is on YouTube. She's from Tennessee. And We're just waiting for a couple more minutes. So, are you all off to work, or are you pulling the covers over your head and say, "No, no Monday, go away, go away Monday"? I usually take my book here and drinking morning coffee. That's what I said too. My hubs makes the coffee during the week before he goes to work, and I make the coffee on the weekend. Oh, from Kentucky. Who do I know from Kentucky? Oh, Ray. His channel is he's a dasher, and his channel is uh Womble Dasher or something. I forget. I'm lucky I know people's first names. If I don't know their first names, then I know their channel. So do you all have channels? Diane, do you have a channel on here on YouTube? Braxton, you have a channel? Thank you. Thank you, Bruce. It's in Pennsylvania. It's usually rather humid. It's a little bit cooler today, where I would sit out here on the porch and try to do the show, and it usually felt like I had a plastic bag over my head because it was so hot. I couldn't breathe. Not hot, but humid. That's what it was, humid. So looks Zeus. Bruce says looks like up north because it looks like it gets brighter up there earlier. Yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania, and Bruce says I used to live in York, Pennsylvania. Oh, I don't know if you watch Big Brother, but Hardy's from York, Pennsylvania. One of the first episodes of Big Brother reality TV. So, Bruce says, "Oh, you're in Florida now. What part of Florida?" My best friend from high school, he lives in St. Pete, and he bought a trailer, like like a trailer park trailer. He bought that, and he has it right on the Gulf of Mexico. There, he's living the life there. So it looks. Gupta says Chicago in the house. Okay, Chicago. There you go. Um, Bruce says Polk County. I used to live in Wesley Chapel, about an hour from St. Pete. Now I'm back in Polk County. Yeah, when I was teaching, I was a kindergarten teacher for over 20 years, and I always wanted to move down to Florida, and I never got to. I took my mom there right before she passed away. That was her last hurrah. I drove her down to it was Panama City. I took her to Panama City um, because I didn't think she'd make it any further down to Florida. So that's where I took her to, and she got to go in the ocean and well, put her feet in the ocean because she was pretty weak. She had cancer, but I wanted to make that trip for her. So we did it and we drove back. We stayed there for, I think we stayed there almost a month. So, um, last hurrah. But like I said, I was a kindergarten teacher and I'm retired now. Not because I wanted to retire, because I had an injury. Now I'm disabled. And I started my YouTube channel for a community because I was so used to the hustle and bustle of children and dealing, with coworkers and parents and, you know, people. So now I'm home. I didn't have a car, and I'm home with my three basset hounds and my three cats. And I don't know if you know, basset hounds are low rider dogs, and they're very loyal, um, like a hush puppy dog. You know, the shoes hush puppy, and a bit sassy. My one boy is a bit sassy. He's 4, and his sister gets in on it. So I have to sneak out the garage in order to do this in the morning, or they'll howl for me the whole time. Mr. Macho says, why people look sunsets and feet? Are you being silly? Or I like to watch sunsets and sunrise. This is a sunrise here. When the sun comes up, it's rising. Bruce says, you got good story. That view is beautiful. Yep. Um, I started doing this. It was just by accident. There was a beautiful sunrise, and I took pictures. And I used to not do it live, um, but now I do it live because people like to watch it. Sometimes I come out here very early in the morning. Like one time I came out here at like 5 in the morning, and I had the camera set up so you could watch it all come up gradually. Bruce says, this makes me want to visit PA again. I haven't been there since 15. I'm 37 now. Oh, you're the same age. You were born in what? 87? That my oldest son is 37 and my youngest is 34. And thank you, Mr. Macho. Thank you for saying you're being silly, because this is a religion station, and I would really appreciate respect, not only for me, but for others that are here to hear the word of God. Bruce says, just started trucking. This view makes me want to visit PA. Well, it's here. If you get here, I hope you have a day that's not raining. Um, 88 May. Okay. Hi, Krabby Patty. What's the difference between virgin olive oil and extra virgin? Um, okay. All right, guys. It's about 6:07, and I'm going to start the reading for today. Won't be able to read your comments, so um, until I finish. Um, so I have this book. I usually just pick a page, just shuffle it and pick a page to see which one I'm supposed to read today. It says, "My living Lord, help me not to be so hard on myself. I know that you can bring out the good of everything, even my mistakes. My finite mind tends to look backward, longing to undo decisions I have come to regret. This is such a waste of time and energy, leading only to frustration. Instead of floundering in the past, I want to release my mistakes to you. As I look to you in trust, I'm confident that your infinite creativity can weave my good choices and my bad ones into a lovely design. I know I'll continue to make mistakes in this life because I'm only human. You've shown me that thinking I should live an error free life is a symptom of pride. My values, my failures can actually be a source of blessing, humbling me and giving me empathy for other people in their weakness. Also, failure vividly highlights my dependence on you. I'm grateful that you are able to bring beauty out of the morass of my mistakes. My part is to trust you and watch to see what you will do. In your marvelous name, Jesus, amen. And there's a couple lines here from the Bible. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose. And that is from Romans 8:28. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own misunderstanding. I'm sorry, read that again. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. That's from Proverbs 3:5. When pride comes, then comes disgrace. With humility comes wisdom. Proverbs. But as for me, I watch and hope for the Lord. I wait for God, my Savior, my God will hear me. And that's from Micah 7:7. Let me see what you guys are talking about here. Yes, I don't want to go. No, you don't want to come here in the wintertime. No, no. Last winter it was bitter cold. Bruce says, but then again, I don't know. I might do it. It's been forever since I I met I meant to say I moved when I was about 15. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Um, May God bless you and everything you do. Thanks for reading. Oh, it's no problem. I didn't finish it because I wanted to see what you guys were saying. Thanks for hitting a like, guys. I really appreciate that. My channel, I'm not in a popularity contest, and though it would be nice to be monetized, I'm not running around begging people to subscribe. I mean, if you want to be here, then subscribe. If you don't, that's fine. Just scroll on. Um, I just appreciate when people, um, you know, put the like that I'm doing something good. Um, if you could write in English, that would be great. I don't speak that language because I'm here in America. Would you like to speak English? Okay. All right. He had to go to an island called Timeout Island. Okay. Um, all right. The next part, the theme of it is we're saying that don't be hard on yourself, but and I honor the divine with being compassionate and nurturing toward myself, foundation of self-care. But sometimes I struggle to be as gentle and caring with myself as I do with others. I understand that to be a help and support to the dear ones in my life, I must first take good care of ourselves. And I think a lot of us have that problem of being able to be gentle and caring to people in need. Like when I took care of my mom when she had cancer, we were able to do all those things for those people, but sometimes we just can't find the time to do, things for ourselves. This awareness helps me realize expectations that it is anyone else's job to take care of me. Understanding this frees me from disappointment and frustration. Any love and care I receive from others becomes a bonus for which I can feel grateful. I honor my divinity when I care for myself. As I meet my needs, I am affirming I am a child of God, deserving of every good thing. For if someone does not know how to manage his own household, how can he take care of God's church? And that's from 1 Timothy 3:5. I'll read that again. For if someone does not know how to manage his own household, how can he take care of God's church? In other words, spreading the word of God or being a good Christian. So, yeah, I know a lot of people, not to be gender biased, but a lot of people, especially women, we take care of our families, we take care of our households, and a lot of people are, have to have a two income because of, um, the way way it is now with, financially. Um, and we struggle if we don't have that 2 incomes. Daryl's DIY says extra virgin oil is when they press the olives once. Virgin oil is when they press the second time, and so on. Daryl, I think she was just being silly. I don't know what that has anything to do with my channel, but thank you for joining me, my dear hubs. I was very surprised to see your name there. Thank you. And thanks for the coffee this morning. I was just telling them that you always make me coffee. That's my husband there, guys. Bruce says, I love channels like this. You seem like a peaceful person, nice change, and all the other chaos out there. I'm glad I found your page. Well, thank you. Thank you. And thank you for hitting the like. I appreciate you. Um, my husband's comments right above you. Daryl, this is that Zeus the Bruce? Or what is, how you say ZUS? Zeus, Bruce? I should know this. I taught kindergarten. How far is this place from York, Pennsylvania? I live like 30 minutes from Lancaster. Hmm. Daryl, how far are we from York, Pennsylvania, where Hardy lived? And he says he lived about 30 minutes from Lancaster. I guess, is that like, um, I guess, so I'm saying, when I say Zeus, that's right? Okay. Um, I think we're about an hour. Is that right, Daryl? He's probably driving, so he can't answer me. I think we're about an hour because I remember going out that way. Is that near like what's that campus that's out there? Oh, I can't remember now. St. Vincent College? Is that what's out that way? I'm not real sure. But yeah, the sunrise turned out pretty nice this morning. And my Ring doorbell keeps going off because I'm standing here. Um, so today, um, so you're truck driving today, Bruce? Zeus the Bruce? Hello, beautiful. What are you talking on the doorbell for? I'm on live. Oh, I'm sorry. Just want to let you know I made a mistake. Okay, honey. I'm watching your live. Oh, okay, honey. Thanks. All right, bye. He's on the Ring doorbell. Um, he always calls me and lets me know that he got to work okay. Because I'm a worrier. Not too sure honestly. And yes, the view is awesome. I love towns like this. Quiet, yes. That's a lot of people say. There was another lady who was going to do some things, but she was saying that her view isn't as nice as mine. I said, well, that's where you live. We have to appreciate where we live. And no, I'm just home. I actually just got my CDL, so I'm not driving yet. I'm waiting to get a job, maybe less than a month. So you're going to be driving the big rigs? Because my husband has a CDL. He used to drive school bus, and then he drove for Scholastic Book Fair. Um, are you going to drive like, I need to wait for my hair follicle to clear to use? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think they took it off of my husband's chest and, you know, yes, big rig, semi, ooh, 18-wheeler. Oh, be careful with that one. I know when my husband drove the big truck, not a rig like that, but the big truck for Scholastic where they have book fairs, a lot of people would pull out in front of him thinking he was slow, and they can cause an accident that way. And I wouldn't pull out in front of a big truck because I mean, it's big and run over my car. My brother, who I'm his caretaker, he's 9 months younger than me. He was on his way to a brand new job. He had a construction job, brand new job. He bought a brand new car with a sunroof. He was all set to go. And a PennDOT truck was coming around the bend, and it kind of like just ran over the car and shot him out of the sunroof, like popping a zit, more or less, not to be gross. But he survived it. But I'm his caretaker. He hit his head pretty well. And he's not always in the right mind. But that was my mom's wish for me to continue to take care of him. And he's quite the handful. I know I tell people that all the time, but he is quite the handful. But family is family. So, Bruce, do you have any children? Are you just starting out your career as a young one? Be a rig driver? Get to see all kinds of places. My dad drove a big rig for a while, and one summer he took me with him on a couple trips. Yes, it can be dangerous. God changed my life. Thank you, Jesus. I don't touch it no more. I used to be addicted to that and drinking. I'm done with both. Wow, you're like an angel taking care of your brother. Oh, well, I promised my mom. That's that Catholic guilt. No kids or no wife, huh? Didn't even come close. How you're 37, you said, right? You're the same age as my older son. He'll be uh he'll be 38 October 2nd. And my youngest is 34. He just came in from Texas to visit me for my birthday last month. And I just celebrate my 60th birthday. And then 5 days after my birthday, we had our 40th wedding anniversary. So we've been married 40 years. I got married at 20. Hello, Heather. Good morning, Sally and everyone. She says, Daryl was just on here a minute ago. And then he scared me. He was talking through the Ring camera from work, the Ring, doorbell. Bruce says, Bruce, this is my friend Heather. Um, I met her on here. I wish I started younger driving big rigs. And yeah, I'm 37. So were you born in 87? 1987? Good morning, Bruce, Heather says. Daryl says, I'm still here. There you go, Heather. He's still here. Daryl's DIY. And thank you guys for hitting the like button. I really appreciate that. So Heather, what's on the agenda today? Are you weeding more? Bruce, what are you going to do today? Oh, you're born 88, so you already had your birthday this year then. Someday I'll get over to Ohio to meet Heather. And Bruce, you said you were from Tennessee now? Or no, you're from Florida. You're from Florida. Daryl's like, I've got to get the house cleaned up. Oh, no, you don't. You've seen the videos of my house. Heather, don't worry about that. Okay. This one here, he's going on a, whoops, no, cancel that. Connor, you think that's funny on a religious channel? Hmm? Okay. You have fun on your trip. Bye bye. Oh, Breton, you're on a little fun trip too. Honey, enjoy your summer trip. Bye. Ain't this wonderful? Have a nice trip. Wherever it is, I'm sending you to an island far, far away. I could never do that. I could never interrupt something like prayers and stuff. I know. But Heather, you know what? I've been really blessed. That's like I had two the one day and then those two. I have friends I go to their lives and they have like 50, you know, and they always say, well, they're not up. The the trolls aren't up this early in the morning. Well, if they're from another country, they are. And you know, there's the unemployed too. That kids that should be looking for a job right now, but I guess they want to live with mom and dad forever. Which I would have been fine with that if my kids live with me forever. Bruce says, I just got done jogging about 4:48 this morning, pitch black, and now just relaxing on the couch, watching The Office. Oh, my son loves that show. He's the same age as you. um, which state? Which state what? Where I'm from? I'm from Pennsylvania. It's really hilly here in Pennsylvania. Yeah, Pennsylvania. Okay. Thank you for hitting the like button. I really appreciate that. So today I go to the hospital again to get another iron infusion to see if I can get myself together. And yes, I am married and my husband's on here. Would you like me to introduce you to him? He's a great guy. And my friend Heather's on here too. Would you like to be part of us here with our discussion? Okay. I've been going to get these iron infusions and because my iron levels were way low. Hello, Kelly. My first person here, I was like, oh, I wonder if this is Kelly. Was that you, Kelly, the first one here? Because you're always up and at 'em. I saw that you were posting stuff this morning. But it's sound you told me to get. I already said that. I said that I'm 60 years old and I've been married for 40 years. How old are you? Kelly, if you remember Heather, she's doing our challenge too. Um, yeah. So the sunrise is rather pleasant today. You're 20 years old. Okay. Would you like me to tell you what the readings were about today from the Bible since you missed them? Um, Itzy. So we were talking. I read a part of it. It says that that God wants us to forgive ourselves and take care of ourselves, and then He wants us to honor the divine when we practice self care. And how many of us really need to do self care? And I was talking about not to be gender biased, but a lot of people, women who are mothers, and men do it too, but a lot of mothers and have to have, they have to have two incomes in their house and they're juggling their kids to the daycare and, keeping the house clean, laundry, feeding the kids, packing lunches, all that. And it's hard today to be a mom and they lack self care. Um, but we need to be compassionate and nurturing towards ourselves because that's the foundation of self care, right? I know I struggle to be as gentle and caring with myself as I am with others. Um, so I struggle with that too. And that's one of the reasons why I started the challenge Project Me because um, I took care of my mom, and then she passed away, and then I took care of my dad. And well, it just got to be like that way. And then my son moved to Texas, and then I started my worrying, and I lacked sleep, which I tried very hard to go to sleep last night, but did not happen. I had an allergic reaction to, my doctor gave me some stuff to put on my skin, and I didn't know it was a steroid. And I got it on my hands and the area that I put it on my legs, and had a very bad reaction to that last night. I didn't know what was going on. So, anyway, so yeah, so that's, um, you can talk about that at our meeting, sir. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, I hired somebody to cut the grass so my husband doesn't have to do it because he has two artificial hips, and he works very hard to support us while I'm off with my disability. But it's a big hill, and yeah, so I finally found someone, and they're coming today. A young man is trying to start a business doing landscaping. So, um, okay, Sarge. Sarge needs a diet. I know, Surge. Surge. They're referring to a video that I had done, I had posted. It says something about I got a new hairstylist or something, and my husband dressed up in a blonde wig, and we were doing a funny skit. And he was supposed to be doing my hair, and then the towel's on my head, and then my hair is purple. Then it turns out you have to watch the video, and then there's bloopers at the end of it. So it's on my channel. I don't, it says Shits and Giggles, SHITZ and Giggles. And we would just be our normal selves because teaching kindergarten for over 20 years, I never grew up because hanging out with 5-year-olds. Um, yeah, but I don't think my husband will take me any other way. It was awesome. You definitely have to watch. Thank you, Heather. She's one of my biggest fans. Thank you very much. So, Bruce, what kind of places are you applying for your truck driving? That has to be a hard life, being on the road. But then again, you could see all kinds of different places. And yeah, I loved when I was a kid and I went on the rig with, okay, honey, bye. Boy, you're showing me up. She's going to do her yoga. All right, Kelly, you're doing really well on this. Really, really well. So I sent Tracy over to join the Facebook um, Life on the Wild West. She's coming over to join the channel. So I don't know if you saw it on to approve her for it because she's part of it too. Bye, Kelly. Have a great day, Heather says. Yep, have a great day. I was just saying this is the last week of July. Almost time to go back to school. So enjoy your yoga. Kelly's a teacher too. So a lot of teachers I know on here. That didn't look for teacher channels. It just happened. I guess we as teachers attract each other or something. Hey, Heather, does it sound better? I have that microphone. I dug out my microphone and charged it. Does it sound better today as far as sound quality? Because Tony's not here to tell me because he's the one that said, you need a microphone. Does it sound any better? Does it sound much better? Okay. I didn't want to put it too close to my mouth because I talk loud as it is. And it's on a magnet thing on your shirt. I was like, how do I put this on? The only problem is I had to take the case off of my iPhone because the little receiver that goes in the phone, it wouldn't go in without me taking the case off, and I had a heck of a time taking it off because Daryl usually does that for me. So I figured it out, but I had to go upstairs to get it. So then the dogs started; they were crying for me, but I think they settled down for the most part. So I started. I started out. I was out here early, but been here about 40 minutes talking. And I'm sorry I'm not as talkative as I usually am, but I didn't get any sleep last night because of that steroid thing. My hands still hurt. So, Heather, you were up late. Did you have a hard time getting up? Heather was up late texting me because once you get on the phone with me, whether it's texting or talking, it's hard to get off the phone with me. Of course, my husband has nowhere to run. I'm talking. He learned how to when I go before I go to sleep, I talk about stuff, and he learned how to just as he's sleeping. No, I'm just going to need a nap later. Okay. So, thanks for the like button, guys. Um, so anyway, I was talking about self care and the awareness, and like this awareness, it was talking, and the thing says helps me release expectations that it is anyone that it is anyone else's job to take care of me. Understanding this frees me from disappointment and frustration. Any love and care I receive from others becomes a bonus for which I can feel grateful. And that's my problem. I always feel I can do and do and do for others, and I love being a giver. Um, but it's hard for me to receive a gift or receive something because then I feel like I owe you something. That's just the way I've always been, and I'm sure my husband will attest to that if he's still there. Um, I take care of my brother, and he is so horrible to me. The one that was in the car accident. Um, but I still keep on, and people say, "Why do you still do that? He's so horrible." And I say, "Because he's my brother, and I promised my mom before she passed away." So, yeah, that's what people should take care of their moms and dads, especially, when you're younger. Have a good relationship with them as you grow older because you only have one mom and only one dad. You might not like them now, but Heather says, I'm the same way, Sally. I will help anyone, but I don't ask for help as much as I should. Yes. And Daryl says, yes, I do. Always do for others and always want something. I don't want anything, and I want to pay them back right away if they do something nice for me. So, in fact, I forgot to tell my husband this, but thinking about making some bracelets for the cancer patients where I get my iron infusion. I was thinking about making something for them. Um, it's so sad. And I remember taking mommy there, and um, I would go and get people, warm blankets and things like that because it was so long of a day, and I just couldn't sit there watching her, get chemo, which is more or less poison, put into her body. So, very, very hard being a caretaker. But it's all worth it because I had 2 years of her all to myself, except for when my siblings came to visit. And the sun is really coming up fast, huh? Come on, can you guys see it? I don't know if I have the camera. See how fast it came up this morning? Probably because there isn't any clouds. Uh, and it's right behind. You see it shining behind Carol's tree. I know I'm not supposed to mention Carol's tree, but please cut it down already or trim it. Okay. Um, so is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Heather, what did you say you were going to do today? You going anywhere? I am going to up the hospital to get the iron infusion, and then I'll probably just come home and some more garage work or my bedroom. So my bedroom needs cleaned. Okay, Heather. So is anyone there at the shop yet, Daryl? Thank you guys for hitting the like. Thank you very much. Thank you for the hearts too. Thank you. Oh, happy faces too. Mm. So what else do we have here? We have 5. Nope, now we have 4 because I'm boring. This is usually the time I just let people talk before they go off to work or anything, and people usually just listen to me on their way to work. So that's about it, guys. I don't know. Um, I did those readings on self care, and I know I need to do that, but I'm not real chatty Cathy like I usually am, because believe me, I can talk. I can talk to anyone. If I go to the grocery store, my husband knows I'm not going to be back for 3 hours because I will find someone to talk to. And I surely do. So I got to get this fountain hooked up here. So the traffic is starting to go by and it's going to get loud here. So I'm probably going to close up shop here in about 2 or 3 minutes. I usually try to go for an hour, but I have somebody coming to cut the grass. And it's their first time, and that will be noisy. And we don't want to listen to lawnmowers. And anyway, so it's the beginning of a week, and it's Monday. Okay. Yes, I'm usually here. I'm here every morning. Yep, every morning at 6 o'clock. And I told them that I wasn't going to be on the weekends because I didn't want it to be like a job. I wanted to still be fun and like what I'm doing. And I ended up coming last weekend too, and it was very rewarding. I had a lot of nice people on there that I met, and a lot of people that I already knew. So there's a lot of people up that early in the morning. Because remember, like where I'm, like it's 6:43 here, so in California it is what 3:43. They're 3 hours difference. So some of them that come, and I have a lady from New Zealand that watches sometimes too. The sun finally coming up over there. I'm glad I was able to catch it beautiful. All right. It's right behind the tree, my neighbor's tree. The people are tired of me talking about her. Yeah, I was telling my husband, you know how like the sun moves as the earth moves, or the sun doesn't move, the earth moves, but it's usually right in front of my porch. But now it's way over there, and she has a huge tree that really should be trimmed, um, but it's blocking our view. And there are times when I do sunset with Sally instead of sunrise with Sally, and I find I chase the sunset all over the area because I try to find a good shot. And I've had some, if you look on my channel, you can see some of my beautiful pictures of sunrises and sunsets. And I also chase the moon when it's a full moon to get a good shot of that. Um, I just have a thing about sunrises and sunsets. And I also have a lot of pictures from when I lived in Idaho for a bit. I went there to work with the migrant children, and it's all flat there, so there's no problem finding the sunrise or the sunset. And now my dogs are having a tantrum. So, hey, Bruce, thank you for coming. I hope I see you again or talk to you again. And Daryl, thank you for stopping by the first time you ever did. And I guess, um, yeah, real nice. And it's nice to have a reading. Thank you. Thank you to you as well. I was very glad to have somebody who wasn't a troll talk to me. So, oh, Daryl, let's see. Yep, I'll be here. I usually am. Daryl, I'm putting you as a standard moderator. So if you say something else, you'll see that you have a little wrench. If you say something else, if you type something. All right, honey. I'll see you, Bruce. Oh, the dogs are having a major tantrum. Okay, it's Monday, so people are probably pulling the covers over their head, like I said before. And yeah, God bless you too. Okay, and I'll be keeping you in my prayers. I'm Catholic, so I'll pray to Saint Joseph that he's a patron saint and workers. I will pray that you find a job and get on the road. There you go, Daryl. You have a wrench. You got the power. Oh, you got the power on there, not here, right? Well, hey, Daryl, have a good day too. Love you, and I'll see you when I see you. And I don't know if Heather's back. Heather, are you back yet, honey? So, oh, after I found that rainbow pattern. So, okay, guys, I'm going to check out. I'm glad the microphone worked. I'm glad you can hear me now. So, you don't have to have your radio or TV way high. And let's see here. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Love you all. God bless. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.